So question is that what is the difference between the budget line and the budget set? Okay, so starting from saying this, that it is a two good economy with X and Y. Price vector is P1, P2, that is price of good X is P1 and price of good Y is P2. Income of the consumer is M. Okay, so what is the total value of X, that is total value of X or total expenditure of X, and similarly what is the total expenditure of Y. Okay, so you're consuming say X units of X at prices P1 per unit. This is you're consuming Y units of Y at prices P2 per unit. Okay, so this is this. So what is the total expenditure? Total expenditure is the sum of this. So total expenditure is P1X plus P2Y. This is the total expenditure. Okay, so this is the total expenditure. Well, you know this very well that total expenditure, it has to be less than equal to total income. Okay, I'm not talking about whether you can borrow or you can lend or anything. No, we are not taking those situations into mind right away, but yes, later on we'll be talking about them. But here total expenditure has to be less than equal to your total income. Now it would mean that P1X plus P2Y should be less than equal to your income. Okay, now if consumer exhausts all her income, okay, well in that case P1X plus P2Y would be equal to M. Okay, in that case your P1X plus P2Y equals, it is equal to M. Now this is nothing but your budget set. Well, this is something which is budget line. I'll just tell you the difference, a graphical difference also. Just taking this in mind, your P1X plus P2Y equals to M. If consumer buys only X, then in that case Y is equal to 0. That would mean P1X plus P2 into 0 is equal to M. So this would give you X is equal to M by P1. And if you are consuming say only Y, of course X is equal to 0, so P1 into 0 plus P2Y equals to M, which gives you Y equals to M by P2. Clear? Now the point is that if you are going to draw a line, okay, let me so if you're going to draw a line and you just put X and Y out here, clear, and X is equal to M by P1 is the X intercept. Okay, this M by P1 is X intercept where Y is equal to 0. Y is equal to M by P2 is Y intercept where X is equal to 0. And now if you draw a line joining them, you will be getting this. Here P1X plus P2Y equals to M. So all of these points, at all of the points on this line, expenditure is equal to income. Okay, So, and all of these points, they constitute what is called the budget line. Okay, and similarly all of these points which are below this, okay, where your expenditure is of course less than income, all of these points including the points on the budget line, they constitute what is called the budget set. Clear? So this is your budget line and budget set. Now the point is that what are the how do you derive the slope of the budget line? So let me write the budget line again. That is, your budget line is P1x plus P2y equals to m. So this is the, and on the budget line, whether you change your x or y or anything, this equality has to get satisfied, has to be satisfied. So if you change the consumption of x by dx and consumption of y by dy, okay, still this equation has to be satisfied. So if you subtract the first equation from the second, what you're going to get is this P1 dx plus P2 dy is equal to 0. So along the budget line, the change, the value of change, this is the value of change. This is the value of change in x, this is the value of change in y. So the sum of the value of changes in x and y, they have to be equal to 0 along the budget line. So if you simplify it further, you'll be getting P1 dx is equal to minus P2 dy, or dy by dx is equal to minus P1 by P2. So this is nothing but the slope of the budget line. Okay, so you understood three things. This is the x-intercept of the budget line, this is the y-intercept of the budget line, and minus P1 by P2 is the slope of the budget line. Okay, slope of the budget line. This is the, now point is that why minus? Because suppose you're at this point, okay, you have certain amount of x and certain amount of y, okay, say x1 and x2, or say x and y, I'm sorry. So, and if you move here to this point, here you have more of x, but you have to give up some amount of y. Okay, so these dx and dy, they have to be of the opposite sign, and hence this minus sign. Okay, and because of that only, this is also called the opportunity cost of consuming x. This is also called the opportunity cost of consuming x, because this is telling you how much of y you need to give up in order to consume more of x. So that is the opportunity cost of consuming x. So this is the economic interpretation of the budget, slope of the budget line. Thanks.